Today is the day. Round 1 of the legendary Manufacturers Cup around Road Atlanta. 22 laps with no assists. We even managed to pull off a Lightning McQueen style move. And for the team, we're going to be picking Porsche. The 911 is my go-to car and the Cayman seems like a safe bet. Qualifying. So this actually went really well. We managed to bag the pole. That's good. That's really close. If I didn't set that time on the second lap, he would have been with me. So here we are in the final for the Gran Turismo World Series qualifiers. Starting in first in the 911 for these 22 laps. At the start, we actually managed to pull quite a lead, courtesy of the other two people behind us battling quite hard. So we're on the soft tyres and our main focus for the start of the race is to just pull away from second so we have a big gap between us. And I feel like this race could have gone really well, but we ended up destroying it for ourselves. Already on lap 3, on this section, it's really hard to get it right here, and exiting the turn, we just dipped 2 tyres just over the curb, praying we don't get a penalty. I pray. Oh. A genuinely really silly thing to get so early on in the race.
Time to deploy the method.
People, is this a new meta method?
Did that save?
Well, apparently this method works because if you go on the grass, it's harder to slow your car down, so you end up gaining time. I'm not sure if it still works now or if it's been patched. So fast forward to lap 10, the gap to second is 5.7 seconds, so we've got a big lead, I can't lie. So we're going to come into the pits here because look at our tyres, they are really worn. We've done a really good job on the soft tyres, but then coming here on the pits, we just go over the line.
I think we've gone over. Oh, don't tell me we've gone over. I'm pretty sure we've done that. Please. Oh.
We deploy the grass method, but nothing can save us here, and we dive so slowly.
Oh my god.
So with those 2 penalties, we've lost a lot of time, and we need to have a look at the 2 people we're going to be battling. That's Drifter and Alonso. And if you take a look, the McLaren of Drifter is 1.6 seconds behind. And I'm quickly going to say it now, there's one mandatory pit stop and you go from soft to medium tyres or medium tyres to soft tyres. So we've got to just deal with it and keep it concentrated, and look at that concentrated face. Okay, bad news. You know I said we did our first stint in softs? Well, they did theirs on mediums. So we're on mediums and they're on soft tyres right now, which means they're going to be way faster. And on lap 18 of 22, we've managed to hold him back for 6 laps. He starts coming onto our tail. And so here it is, SG Racing versus Drifter. He gets a great run out of the last turn, and I try keep it to the left, but Drifter just smells a tiny opportunity, pushes his car there, and he gets side by side with us. I try and hold it, and I try and push him towards the left, so he's got a really harsh turn for the inside, but his car's just so fast, and he gets it in front of us before the turn. I try and get a better exit, so I can maybe attack him in the next couple of turns, but I just can't get it. These tyres are really not as good as his fresh, brand new softs. For the next couple of turns, we're not going to give up, and we're going to stay right behind him, pushing these tyres to the absolute limit. We ride the chicane really well, and we're going to stay right behind him after we get a little bit slidey, but we don't lose that much time. Down into these really twisty S's then, these are really hard to get right, and especially this turn, you have to brake here, coast, and then back on the power, trying not to get over the line. And look at him in front of us, I think he's got a penalty. Does he? Yes, he does. This has given us a lifeline, as I definitely wouldn't have been able to catch him on raw pace. He takes a penalty, as we did before. He doesn't know the grass method, and because of that, we fly past him. And now we finally got the lead of the race, and we just need to keep it consistent and push these medium tyres as far as we possibly can. Round turn 1 we go with 2 laps left, and I'm generally starting to struggle on these tyres. You can see our mediums are about half used, but that generally feels like a completely dead set of softs, are the equivalent. The McLaren makes a little bit of a mistake, and that's what we need to keep praying for. We need to just keep it consistent ourselves and him make some mistakes like he did earlier. We pass a lap car that's having an awful race, but the McLaren is 0.7 seconds off of us. On turns like this, you really rely on grip to help you, and that's what we just don't have, and that's what the McLaren does have. And he's just completely gaining everywhere on the track. So we go on to lap 21, and this is a game-changing lap. And to be honest, on this lap, I felt like we had pretty good pace. We were just consistent. He was as well, but he got into about 0.4 seconds and then he fell off a bit. And then on the straights, he started to gain back again. And this is the bit where everything changed. I think I'm just not going to commentate on what happens here.
No! Oh my...
No, oh my god, we've just dumped the race away and we know it. We had the win, that's the worst thing about it. We had the pace, even though he was on better tyres, we had the pace.
I lost concentration for like 0.1 of a second, I can't lie.
Our tyres just touched the grass and we just completely dumped it. And through the next couple of laps, I can't even catch up second. We just end up finishing the race in third. The annoying thing is, I lost concentration for like that much of a second and we just paid the price. So annoying. Just need to do a little bit more practice and then the next race. We're going to lock in for that next race. It's time for round 2, we did some practice and then we jumped straight into qualifying. This is lap 1 and this lobby is a little bit higher ranked than the other one. So we need to put in a little bit of a better performance because there's higher ranked people. This turn is probably the hardest one I find on the track just because you've got to be so precise and ride that curb perfectly. If you don't, then this whole next section coming up is going to be compromised. These turns are pretty alright, you just got to ride the curb, and then this one is the other hardest turn because you've got to be so precise, and then coming out of the turn, track limits are so harsh and it's so bumpy. We finished lap 1 though and we set a respectably fast time which puts us into first. And at the end of qualifying we end up going in third, which is not that bad. Race number 2 then, we are in third. We've got a Lexus in front of us and in the lead we've got another Porsche. Braking here into one of these hard turns, riding the curb. We just need to try and catch the Lexus and the Porsche in front of us as we are on softs. This is going to be our best stint, or our fastest stint. In this stint we need to try and get to first place and then pull a gap because I don't know what tyres these other guys are on. And already at the start, the Lexus makes quite a big mistake and he lets us go down the inside. So we're going to be side by side with him. Braking into this next turn, we're just going to brake slightly later than him and we get the position done. We're now into second. It's a Porsche 1-2. End of lap 1, we've gained 1 position, which puts us into second, right behind this Porsche in front of us. And as we're going into the next turn, I'm quite confident with it, but the guy in front of me just runs a little bit wide and then gets onto the grass. It's such a tight turn like all of the other ones on Road Atlanta and we get the position done on him. We're up into first already.
No, I think that's over.
We then make another stupid mistake which is just completely unnecessary. But then we serve it with the grass method so it's not that bad. And for the next couple of laps we end up keeping our lead pretty well and we're still kind of pulling away from the other people. Just a little bit though. But then on lap 7 with a gap of over 2 seconds we fall into a little bit of trouble.
No.
It happened to me last time, it happens to me this time. It's so annoying, but we fix it and then we lose a lot of time because of that.
Oh crap. Now I've got no advantage with arse tyres.
Just keep going, everyone's in the same boat.
And a couple laps later with no more advantage and really cooked soft tyres, we're the front of a massive train. It feels awful when people are just queuing up to get past you. But that's the thing, we had absolutely no pace and also our wheel disconnected, so our advantage was literally nothing after that. But then we pull into the pits this lap because obviously our tyres are completely cooked. Just look at our tyres right there. And we're going to slide into the pits, sketchy as hell, and change onto the mediums.
Oh my god. Right, we need to get this lap. Good.
And to be honest, for these next couple of laps we just lock in and we do push these mediums quite hard. But when everyone else comes out of the pits, they're kind of right behind us. And a lap later on the end of lap 13, we just get dive bombed by the Lexus we overtook earlier, and I'm not even going to fight it, he's so much quicker. It seems like we weren't fast enough on our soft stint and we try and stay right behind him, but you see in the turns, we've got no grip whatsoever.
Can't grip.
And the Lexus just pulls away. We're not going to be able to catch this guy. But we've still got a good chance.
No! Oh my god.
Yeah, maybe not. We've just lost so much time. And by the time we actually resume playing, the other guys are right behind us.
Oh my god, no.
We lost about 4 seconds and they are ready to battle us. We take a little look back and the Supra, which is on soft tyres, is gaining rapidly. And around 2 laps later, as you expected it, he's here, right on my bumper. We do not want this to become another Lexus story where we do not have the pace to battle, so this one we're going to try and fight it. There's only a few laps left. He has a look for the move, but he doesn't feel comfortable going for it, so we're in front still. And like in the last race, we're in front with a disadvantage, so we're just going to pray he makes mistakes and play it consistent ourselves, but that wasn't the cleanest right there. Again then, on this straight, he's now got another chance. We're going to play it down to the middle because that's the best defensive place to be, and he doesn't really go for the lunge. He prefers to take the racing line, but now he's going to be right behind us into the next couple of turns because we played it defensive. Powering out then, we're going to keep our line and keep in front of him. This next turn's flat, but on here, on the straight, he's going to have a huge amount of slipstream. It's a really hard turn to overtake here, and he doesn't go for the move. He just gives us a little tap to tell us he's there to pile on the pressure. He's going to keep it right behind us for this next section, but on this turn here, really hard to get right. He makes a mistake and we pull away. We have a breather. But now on lap 19, we're really nearing the end, and on here, we're tired, the tyres are cooked, and we just go a little bit wide and get ourselves a penalty. We ride it just over the line. It's so annoying. And now the Supra is right behind us, so we're sitting duck. We've got no defense, but then he actually gets a bad exit, so maybe we do stand a chance. And we deploy the legendary grass method. You never know, maybe that saved us because now we are actually in front of him, but he is gaining rapidly and he is getting bump drafted from the person behind. We're going into the turn here. We stay in front, but it is too wide and we just get in front of him just. This is a complete recreation of earlier on in the race, as now there's loads of cars queuing up behind us, just ready to pounce on us. We're going to focus on the next turn though, as this one's really hard to get right, and I did not expect him to go down for the lunge here. It took me completely by surprise. You don't go for overtakes here, and we just go off the track.
No.
It was genuinely a good move. I was completely surprised by it. I did not expect it at all, and my worn mediums just didn't grip up at all. You never know, maybe it was a good thing because he pulled off this sick-ass Lightning McQueen move.
Oh, every race.
It's annoying, it's disappointing. We tried to hold it around the outside, but we just couldn't, and we finished the race in a could have been more 7th place.
Oh, that's so annoying. Wrong strategy, completely. Oh, I want to know what happened if this didn't connect. Stupid thing.
So now we've got one more shot at this. We were so close to winning either of those races and we just chucked it away. For the hours I spent practicing for this race, for the happy bits and also all of the sad bits. All of that work has to lead into something, and if we're going to win it, we're going to win it now.
Right, come on, let's get a good lap.
And here we are, in qualifying for the final round. Now we're going to give it everything, and in qualifying for the first lap, we only managed to get 2nd place.
Oh, we're off. No. Okay, oh, jeez, FR.
A bit of a reality check. And as we go on to our 2nd and final lap, it's now or never.
Is that a win? Let's go! Let's go!
We've done it. We've secured the pole. So now there's only one more thing to do, and that is to win the race.
Okay, let's go to mediums at the start. Let's go mediums at the start. That's the new idea. This race is ours. Come on.
So here it is, the start of the final race and the only race that really counts. Luckily, we managed to bag the pole, so we're starting in the lead, and the main focus is just to get away from 2nd place as much as we can. We've got 2 Porsches behind us as well, so in terms of car differences, there is none. It's an even fight. And at the start, we are on the medium compound tyres, but I have no idea what 2nd place has. And if you look on the bottom right corner, we haven't actually managed to lose him, which is really annoying.
Right, he's right on our tail. He's probably on softs. We've got to hope that he is. But anyway, we need to hold him up.
And luckily, going into this turn, he's not close enough to go for the dive bomb, so we're safe for now.
Oh, a bit slidey there.
And with the pressure piled on and the stakes so high, it is so nerve-wracking driving this car. Unlike last race, he doesn't go for the move here, and we're safe for now again. This whole section round here is really satisfying to drive, but you've almost got to rely on the turn before to set you up for the next turn to be alright. And we actually get it pretty well, and these turns also kill your tyres because you're going flat out with so much steering angle. After doing so much practice on this track, I'm pretty confident with it at this point in the race. And as we take a look behind us, we see the guy behind us has got a penalty.
Good. Hopefully they just fight now. we can get away a little bit.
And if you actually look at the replay, he's off the track by millimeters. And at this point in the race, I'm 95% sure he's on the same tyres as us, and we've managed to build the gap to about 2 seconds. And at the end of lap 13, we're going to pull into the pits after we've pulled a gap of an amazing 5 seconds. We're going to change onto the soft tyres for the rest of the race. Oh my god, we go on to lap 17 and we're just dominating. The gap is 3.2 seconds at this point. No one can touch us. And from that point on, we set lap after lap after lap of consistent times. And eventually, at the end of lap 22, 22 laps of pure grinding, pure concentration, we crossed the line in first place.
Let's go. Oh, finally. That's comeback for race 1. Oh, jeez, I'm so sweaty in here. Oh, let's go. Good race.
And there you go, round 1 of the Manufacturers Cup, we win. Crazy results, crazy day, complete up and down, and there you go, there you have it. Round 2 is at Dragon Trial Gardens, so make sure you don't miss that video, and thank you very, very much for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day.